and then like they just like tipped it back a little bit, and it just shot. Thank you.
Well, the one I saw was, so you get a bottle of Coke, a screw top one. You get the Mentos, you put it in, and you put a piece of dental floss or string across it like this. And you keep it tight so that you can turn it over and it holds it. And
How about rubber
you
bands?
tighten it, and you tighten it so there's that string that's holding the Mentos in there. And you cut the ends so you can't see the string, and then you can give it to somebody. And when they turn it, the string gets loose and the Mentos comes in.
All right, welcome to Going Gaming's Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We are live. How's everybody's week been?
Pretty alright.
I'm gonna take that if you disappear off the face of the earth, it's probably because you got snatched up by rogue federal agents.
Dude, I was just telling him about that on the way here. It's, like, I don't know if I can go downtown anymore.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
ridiculous.
Am I associating with like someone under suspicion or the black?
No,
Ops?
they're so the feds in Portland have taken to using unmarked vehicles, and rather than, they're not just protecting federal buildings, they're going out in unmarked vehicles, snatching people off the side of the street, putting with no Miranda rights.
No Miranda
Not
rights.
arresting them, no. Just taking them.
They're just taking them.
But because they're not arrested.
Then once
there's
they
no
take them to
paper
wherever
trail.
they're going to hold them for a while, as soon as you ask for a lawyer, then they read you your Miranda rights and then let you go within 3 hours. And when you ask, what was I arrested for? They're like, you weren't arrested.
And
Now-
there's
So
the paperwork.
Oh,
There's the
so
paper
you're
trail.
they're not arresting, they're just kidnapping.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
well, that's okay.
Yeah, that's completely all right.
Are you done with the judge thing?
So, you know, aside from the madness that is the world we live in,
Yes.
everything's been hunky-dory.
Yeah. So that, yeah, it's like I wonder if Lizzie's going to show up,
And well, you know,
or if she's going to be in Guantanamo.
if you're not guilty, then you have nothing to fear.
Right.
Isn't that the
Yeah,
typical response?
That's the typical conservative response. Oh, well, yeah, everybody should be able to spy on you. I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, then what are you worried about?
Oh, my
Privacy.
privacy gains
Yeah.
who loses us followers.
Right? Yeah. I don't care either way. On a technical note, I did order the microphone. It should be here hopefully tomorrow. So our sound quality should vastly improve. I'm suspecting.
Suspecting.
It is a cardioid condenser mic. So I would think that our sound quality would go up. Also, I'm dumb and I grabbed the wrong book. So tonight's game is going to be completely off the top of my head. I mean,
Which is excellent, because I wanted to start out with a little mind theater of, what do you say, the sneaky people do a little investigation so we can find out where the good stuff is and the interesting
there's going to be some good stuff. So and luckily I've thought about this for a while. So where we left off, you guys had come into Slitherswamp and battled bullywugs and shambling mounds, and then you found this weird shrine to Dendar the Night Serpent, and
Yuan-Ti.
you fight it. You fought some. You fought some Yuan-Ti. You fighted some Yuan-Ti, and that was a fairly long, protracted battle, and you, but you were victorious. And there is a weird ghost that it just completely ignores you. It is wandering around this shrine, acting like he's looking for something. And you set up a camp here, and you did a long rest. Everybody make a investigation check.
Can I have my twinkle blessing?
Oh, yes.
I want to investigate why Peck is obsessed with this ghost.
Yeah, the black chicken is following the ghost around.
Yep. Can't shake him of it. It's been hours and hours.
At least he's not bothering you.
22. Good investigation.
That's the highest I can roll.
This week, you will gain the Charm of Restoration. There are 6 charges. As an action, you can expend some of those charges to either cast Greater Restoration, which costs 4 charges, or Lesser Restoration, which costs 2 charges. Once all the charges have been expended, the charm vanishes from you.
Well, that's an excellent one.
Yeah, Greater and Lesser Restoration are spells that are forever useful.
Yep.
I'm hoping that in future editions of D&D that they will just keep the restoration spells and get rid of things like remove curse and things like that, because they seem superfluous and just aren't really needed.
Greater restoration and healing instead of just remove curse.
Right.
But remove curse is helpful for like cursed objects, I guess.
Well, and I think you get remove curse at like lower level.
Yeah, like I think it's 3.
Yeah. See, in the old days, Greater Restoration and Lesser Restoration didn't do nearly as much as they do now.
Right.
I mean, it was very specific, like, oh, you're missing a limb. Okay, you need Greater Restoration. You know, that kind of thing. Come here, Mr. Hook for hands. So, yeah, everybody roll investigation, and
7.
you got a 7.
18.
Nice.
23.
11.
Wow.
14.
I'm gonna hide.
And I need to add some.
So Anthony doesn't even notice the ghost. I don't.
Yeah, Anthony accidentally pokes himself in the eye.
We keep trying to point him out, and he turns, and the ghost keeps moving behind him.
Right.
Over and over and over again.
I think you guys are just crazy.
No, there really is a ghost. I'm telling you.
So Mittens is playing. Mittens is not here. Brady's playing a new character again. What is your Warforge's name?
I am Cancel.
Cancel.
Yep.
Yeah, they have some weird names.
K-A-N-S-E-L. Got it.
So we find this robot in the marshy lake at the bottom of our battle.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure. So tell us a little bit about Cancel.
Everything went out from my head.
Right. It's been happening to me a lot too.
Yeah. As soon as I'm in the spot, it's like,
I had every intention of having your mini done tonight, and I was trying to do detail work. So, like, the coat that he's wearing has some piping on it. 6 tries, and I'm like, so I've had to repaint that shirt several times.
Well, I appreciate your effort.
It's coming, I promise.
so. Name's Cancel. Warforged. I don't. Not exactly a fan of magic.
Well, that's odd.
I am a mage who is not a fan of, other magic.
Only fire.
I mean, I specialize in anti-magic, but hence the name.
What's a Warforged?
Sort of like
They are automatons that have been given life.
You're Golem.
yeah, kinda.
Yeah, kind of. They're like that step above Gollum where they actually have a consciousness.
As opposed to just do this thing, okay. Or sometimes it's actually do this thing, okay, but I can choose not to. Do it anyway.
Cancel the Warforged anti-mage magicator.
I think
Yep.
it is a golem. Every time we try to cast a spell of we try to cast a spell of touring on him to see if he really is or not.
Forever,
and he cancels it.
forever searching for the one spell that can make him a real boy.
Yeah.
There's a little cricket sitting on his shoulder. So 18 and 23. While you are sitting around the campfire in the morning after you have all taken a long rest and you are cooking up rations for breakfast, you notice this ghost is looking in a very particular spot, and you go over and you investigate that spot, and you find under the muck and rotting vegetation, you find a trapdoor.
Ooh. Hey guys, now that we
This was a
finished our
Warforged
egg
on top of
McMuffins, check out this trap door.
I don't know that I'd want to eat an egg McMuffin that's been sitting in a leather pouch for a couple of days.
In the swamp.
In the swamp.
Yes. These are truly authentic egg McMuffins.
Not going to say what kind of egg.
Kind of
but
chewy, kind of
snake egg.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's this trap door, and the ghost seems to be searching intently around the area where the trap door is.
For the fifth time, I'll address the ghost and say, "Ghost ignores me."
Yeah,
Does
completely.
this trap door have any significance?
The ghost just keeps looking like.
What trapdoor? Let me see.
Yeah. Well, we
Well,
clear
that's it.
we clear the trap door of debris
Okay.
so that we can see around the perimeter of it,
Okay.
and we look to see if there's a mechanism that is obvious from this side as to how it would open without activating it.
Yeah, there's an iron ring on the door, and you can see that they're on the other end. It is secured into. So there's this island that you're on. It's a rocky outcropping coming up out of the swamp, and there are iron hinges on one side of this door that are secured to the rock, and then it has an iron ring for you to just open it. It's not locked.
Okay. Doesn't look like it's too heavy. We could just lift it up and open it.
It looks like it's probably stuck due to being here for many years in the muck. You might want to have somebody with some strength pull on the iron ring.
Who has the highest strength? Probably him. Him. I have 17 strength.
Ooh, not me.
We'll,
Who does
we
have the
stick
highest
I have a crowbar, so we'll pass the crowbar through the iron ring and get our two strongest guys to lift.
Okay. So who's helping Anthony?
Oh,
Me.
so it's cool.
Okay.
Don't just end
So
up
go ahead
with
and make a strength check with advantage.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
You roll 2 dice.
Soft 20.
Yeah, you tug on this thing, and you guys are able to lift up this trap door. And inside, and below the trap door, you see a set of carved stone stairs that lead down into a dark passage below.
Does the ghost go floating down?
No, the ghost just continues to act like he's looking for something.
Well,
One killer ghost.
so far, you feel like sneaking down into the dark and investigating?
Hells yes I do. I got a 30 on my stuff.
All right. I'll back you up. Let me see what my
Ooh,
stuff
let's
is.
call it a 31.
Nice.
I'm letting so far take the lead.
DC.
So you're stealthing as well?
25.
Okay. So the two of you stealth down, and as soon as you get to the bottom of this, you scout ahead and you get to the bottom of these carved stone stairs, and you can see a long passage. And as soon as you hit that bottom stair, torches in this passage about every 15 feet go woof, 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 and ignite themselves.
All right. Well, so far I'm going to go get the rest of them. It looks like the cover's blown. Whatever's down here.
Plain sight. Go get them. I'll wait here. Make sure no funny business happens.
Well, not exactly plain sight, but almost. You're not an elf.
That's weird.
Is it supposed to be green? I don't think it's supposed to be green. Look, the chip is green. Yeah, no, that happens. That's just potato skin.
Definitely, as soon as I see lights come on, I will activate my cloak and zip up down to the top of the ceiling area.
A crawl in the
And
ceiling.
then get back.
Fast. Can I just crumple all this at once?
And then I noticed the reason for the lights coming on for the tech is 20 feet down the corridor, just stomping around right down the center.
Just kick the chickens out.
He needs to die.
Locks the chicken 10 miles underground, turns around, it's right there.
I know. I have done something similar. Put him in rooms, lock the door, and leave, and then he's still there. If I can ever get rid of him, I'll probably be free of Surtur. Won't have to be his cleric warlock anymore. I have my own games that I play in my head.
I'm still trying to work out how I'm gonna write a chicken story. Tellfar's Tales. You have so much fun with it, I kinda wanna write my own chicken story about this one time the chicken.
Yeah, where we have this big battle and everything's going to hell, and the only reason we succeed is the chicken walks around and yeah.
Next, a lever loosening 10 anvils and just fall onto the beholder.
Works in written stories. You can have lots of fun with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And rolling dice, D&D, it's not really set
All
up.
the shamans.
Although I could actually have some more fun with it. Every time I roll badly, I blame the chicken. I could actually start doing it where when I rolled well, I can blame the chicken and say I screwed up, but you know, chicken covered my behind, did something.
The chicken makes such a good nemesis though.
I don't know. That's the most fun I've had with one of those cards out of the vending machine, so that's nothing but success.
Well, I agree. You've done wonders with that
I
card.
love it. I love the chicken.
Really got your money's
Drop
worth
your
out
sword
of
and
that
it fell
one.
on its head. It floats up again and hit the dude.
I even like chose levels based on the chicken.
Really, really worked it into your role play. I love it. I love it so much.
I have this crap that never will get out of my suit.
I know that's a good one. That's
You get down to the bottom of these stairs and the torches ignite. And the first thing that you see is that to your left, there's a door. And the door appears to be locked.
Did the torches
Does
emit
that
heat?
door need to stay locked or can I fix it?
Is it regular fire or is it that ever-burning torch kind of spell or?
They do emit heat just like a regular torch.
It's fire.
And they emit light just like a regular torch. So
Okay.
I'm going to kick the lock door down.
Come on, I haven't had a chance to do this in a minute.
Oh, you can lockpick the door.
Yes.
I'm into that thing.
You gonna pick the lock, or what are you gonna do?
Pick the lock
All right.
with my special lock picky.
No, I'm gonna go
gloves.
Ant-Man side and go through.
Gives
Go through the
me
keyhole.
19 to pick the lock.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you were able to pick the lock. However, 22 probably hits you, right?
Oh.
You get a prick in your finger for 1 point of damage. And you need to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. And that prick is also.
I'll use a luck point to make it with advantage.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, what's the matter?
Is that the miracle design? Oh no, I have to worry about it.
22. Come on.
Nice. So you are not poisoned. However, you do take another 4 points of poison damage, but you do not have the poison condition. So yeah, I feel you go to pick this lock and you're successful, but a little needle pokes out and pricks your finger, and it feels like just fire goes up your arm.
If I had been poisoned, my restoration could have fixed that, right?
That's true.
Just checking.
That is true. I believe lesser restoration will remove one condition, if I remember correctly. So yeah, the door's unlocked now.
Voila! And Telfar will make a deception
But there's
check to
something up
fool
in
his
there.
friends into thinking that he did not, in fact, get hurt
Okay.
while he was doing it.
Could have came the door down.
Oh, that's a bad deception check.
Being a good friend, it succeeds.
You're just gonna roll with it.
That would be a 15 to my deception
Oh, yeah,
check
no,
to.
Saw nothing.
I didn't get hurt. Great success. Pulled it off without a flaw.
As her hand expands like 3 times its size.
It just does that. every once in a
So
while.
I actually had that happen to me the other day. It scared the crap out of me. Never happened before. So I woke up in the morning. I took my allergy medicine, like I normally do.
Yeah, that can get.
We were in the drive-thru at Taco Bell, and it's a hot day, so I had the window down. And there was an old empty building and parking lot next door that was just overgrown with weeds. I don't know what was growing in there, but in like 3 minutes, like I couldn't breathe, and my eyes swelled up, like just all of a sudden just went shoop, and I was like, what is happening? And so we got home, and I had to just douse my eyes, just drown them in allergy eye drops, and it went away, thank God. But I was like, I don't know what the hell that was, but I don't want to go back to that Taco Bell.
That's pretty terrifying, actually.
Yeah. I didn't touch anything. I was just sitting in the car, and I was like, oh, okay, well, So, this door is unlocked.
How stealthily can you open that door?
I could kick it
We'll find out.
This guy over here wants to kick down and unlock the door.
Oh, down an unlocked door. You wanted to kick it down before the lock. Why would you want to stop kicking it down after?
Now it'll open easier. Now it's even more enticing.
It's a cool entrance.
Stop.
That's pretty good.
Stealthily open the door quietly
Okay.
with the stealth.
This is better for you than a quality.
So, you stealthily open the door.
Yeah, my stealth is not going to Big problem. Ooh, yeah, I rolled a 19 on my second roll. Oh no. Again.
Oh, here we go. Mm-hmm.
And in this room,
There are many minis that aren't ours.
Now you can scream and charge in there and attack the bad guys, right?
Yeah, I'll just float on up and get out of your way. Charge, buddy.
You see these two women
Clearly evil women.
No, he hasn't said that.
with one of them with a really sharp, ornate blade that looks like it has like two coiled snakes are the pommel of this blade.
Screams evil.
Naughty.
And they strap down to or chain down to a stone altar in the middle of these four pillars is a bullywug. And she's moving towards this bullywug with this knife. And the bullywug is fully conscious and appears to not be happy with this situation at all.
I would charge him. No, wait, let me reason with them. They're humans, they're probably...
Excuse me,
No.
we're selling Girl Scout cookies.
That's Yeah, we should deception check them.
How many
So I
thin
guess
minutes can I
instead
put
of
you down
so
for?
far slowly peeking around the door, it's more of a move, get out of my way, I want to see what's going on in
I know,
there.
right?
Well, just throw a skull hole in there.
Yeah, once the situation's known, then it's gonna be a roll
No, if it's
initiative to
just
see who
so
gets
far
to
peeking
scream and
in,
fight in
ooh,
there
he's
first.
gonna win.
I mean, I was hoping we could just, like, shut the
Can
door.
I
let them do
attempt
their
to
thing.
use
Yeah,
a guiding
consenting
bolt?
adults
You
and pollywogs and whatever.
We're gonna get more XP if we can defeat the risen Demogorgon or whoever it is, instead of just the sacrifice.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we should try to...
Would it work if I
Well,
tried
I
to
might
cast
try
a
to
guiding
do it.
bolt at the dagger to knock it out of her hand? Since it's a
Probably
it's a
targets
force
a
So-
spell.
You could do that, but because it's a called shot. So basically what you're trying to do is non-lethal, and it's a called shot. So you're going to have to, in order for that called shot to hit, you're going to have to get a nat 20. Is what I'll roll for.
That's gonna be really hard.
A natural 20, not a soft 20 or anything.
I'll help.
No, it would have to be a nat for you to hit your cold shot. It's a lot harder in the thick of battle to do a cold shot than you might think.
Are we in the thick of battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We're all convinced that.
Okay, then I'm gonna yell, "Stop it! Don't do that!"
If you're gonna do that, the right way to do it is with command.
I'm going to ask what you're summoning.
That's true. Or suggestion.
Yes.
Command's better though.
Command, one word. Halt.
But yeah, I'm going to distract them. Try
Okay.
to distract them, make them be able
I'm gonna
to
roll
stop.
for stealth.
Okay.
Stuff that's not okay. Don't kill people for gods. If your god requires you to kill people, they're not a good god.
It's just the
Or you
cleric who
summoning.
kills
I just
people
wouldn't know.
because they're
Summon
bad.
something good.
They got in his way.
She's gonna take advantage of the distraction that slipped in and up, above the door on the inside of the room.
Okay. So are you casting command or are you just gonna
I'm
yell?
just gonna yell.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can I help?
It's just basically startling them.
22.
That's pretty good.
I got
Um,
like that. Throw my knife.
She does indeed stop, and the other woman reaches down and she pulls out two daggers. Everybody needs to roll initiative. The other thing that you notice when they turn and look at you, their eyes are snake eyes.
Oh god.
I take everything back that I just did.
Go for it. Come on,
Not
Paladin.
me.
It's time to get initiative and go snake hunting.
So Shamish, what'd you get?
On 19.
11 for Aaron.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm not using that dice again. Oh god.
That's
Narate.
That's what I used to do.
What'd you get?
I'd roll the dice before the game started.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
21.
And get rid of the ones that suck.
19.
And Telfar.
I'll roll before and see
7.
the one I like and leave that. And then, well, see, I rolled it.
And Thrick.
22.
And cancel.
Roll.
20.
Roll.
Okay. So, Thrick, what would you like to do?
Just some skeleton.
It's like rolling until you get a 20.
They're just not gonna move
I always used to do that.
up there.
Creating characters.
That's about all they can do because they're slow. And I'm gonna. Sometimes I hate how big this character model,
It is quite large.
because of the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there. And then I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on that one.
Okay.
There's only 2 of them. Just use it like a fireball and kill them.
13.
Kill the bullywug too.
Yeah, I think they both were wanted to die.
14 damage. And that's all I'm gonna do my turn.
Okay.
I just want to see what they're saying. I want to interrogate one of them and ask for something.
It has to be good if you sacrifice bullets on an altar.
All right. Norte, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attack with inflict wounds.
Okay, so
I'm gonna attack the one that was about to kill the bullywug.
okay. All right.
$48 damage.
Holy crap.
Well, what'd you get to hit?
Huh?
Did you roll to hit?
Oh no, I didn't. Oof. 18.
Yep. So 48 damage. You reach out and touch this woman, and she turns white and keels over dead.
Haha, I told you to stop.
You killed one of them, so the sacrifice is complete.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. Cancel.
I should go in there and stab one instead of smiting them on the altar. I should press on the altar and stab them.
Wow, that is a plate of nachos.
How do you
I didn't have
counterspell a
lunch today,
ritual?
so I was hungry.
It takes 10
You use
minutes.
a mix
I don't
of
think you do.
disruption and it's not
I mean, there would really, I've never run into that situation because there's no need for it, because the idea of casting a spell as a ritual, it means that you aren't in combat and you've got time to
Cast
just,
it.
yeah,
It's not meant for combat.
But bad guys can do, like this was a ritual or something, you know,
right.
or is that?
Wait, what
I
if
think the way you
throw one up
cancel
on the
or
altar?
that you counterspell rituals, you go up and break their fingers.
You just walk over and flick them on the nose.
Yeah, cut off their arm.
No, you walk up to them and then smack the bowl
I
with
cast
the mix of
Mage
disruption.
Armor.
Right. You're gonna what?
Cast Mage Armor because I forgot to do that earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
just
that would be a
the-
good idea.
I'm not very used to doing that, so I'm gonna forget a lot.
That's just a
To do
bonus
that before
action.
combat.
Wait,
Huh?
Well, I mean, mage armor would be
Mage
even
Armor
handy for
before
mittens.
combat.
Although with a
That's it.
sorcerer, it almost seems like mage armor is a wasted spell early on, because later, I mean, as a sorcerer, you can wear better armor.
Yeah. And also, I'm not gonna be close up anyway, and if I get close up, I have ways to not be close up.
Right.
That's all.
Okay. Shamish.
Okay. So one's not dead.
Nope. One just got smacked or got hit with Toll of the Dead, but that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to that
Okay.
one. And I'm just gonna hit him.
Okay.
Smite or anything, just hit him.
I'll do a level 1 Searing Smite.
All right. So if you hit, are you gonna do a Divine Smite as well?
No,
Okay.
I'm not feeling like it.
Not feeling.
Not feeling very divine.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Considering highest level skill, like you actually put this level 3.
Ah. $31 damage. Wait, no, wait. 35 damage.
Okay. So she is now branded and dead. With a big smoldering burn mark on her forehead where brandish where the branding smite hit. It's in the shape of his god, Bahamut. So in this room. So you have this chained bullywug. Both of these were Yuan-Ti purebloods. You can, now that you have killed them, you can see that some of their skin is, you can see scales on parts of their skin. And both of them were armed with ritualistic daggers.
Shiny, I want one.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a regular dagger. Not even magical.
Just has neat little hilt with snakes on it.
Yep. And
I should stand.
between the two of them, you find 4 gold pieces total.
And 1 subway token.
So it's been a busy week. But where did my bag of coins go? Very peculiar. Hold on.
Yeah, we didn't get points last time.
No, I know. That's what I'm trying to find. I might have left it in the game.
I'm gonna try to use them. Oh, well, if we kill that, we get some. Ow, mother. Oh, much is fun.
Why did you open up the door? I'm not what?
Those we know is probably not going to be, they're like 36 and stuff. And then only one. This we have 9 So, so, and plus, one of us would have to get here. Plus, oh,
People a couple down. They just like ran to the street or something. Yeah, he did. It was I was pointing out that I saw him and stuff.
We have $2.
I saw also another kid I was waiting for in the middle of the street, and then he went to the side on that bike. And so I saw that he's on a scooter that went right now. He went on the sidewalk. He went behind a car, and I was hoping he was like, I don't know. I guess he was trying to small stuff. I don't know. That's why I was looking at his truck. But then there was like an ice cream truck I was waiting for as well. Then there was turning, so I just went straight. And then he like rolled out right in front of me.
You didn't know what?
So
They're
it's like on the
criminals.
brake right.
Oh, they do.
And he was like
God, I saw one.
barely a foot away from the car. And then he like ran out. There was also the sun in the way.
There's your goal.
No, no, this is not a football.
What? You're not.
I'm being,
Oh, that's right. You're being an adult.
I'm an adult. Adults make
The part where I
airplanes.
can say, get that.
Tell
That worked out well.
Aerodynamics doesn't scale very well. You can make it the right size and it flies great. You make it too small and it
Just
doesn't
wants to go back.
It's like when you're building a gun, you have to put the shooting part on the opposite side. Oh, well. Or the bladed sword.
Where's Rihanna? It must be on my game table.
Oh, take this one. I made it better.
yeah.
It's broken.
Yeah. It flies the furthest if you wad it up into a tiny, tight ball. Oh, Liam's gonna show us. He's got the right size. Oh, you're gonna make the cool flying ring thing. Oh, cool.
I didn't know what that was. Oh, I got the paper. I can make a fully sized one. I don't know how to make a paper airplane.
Perfect, thank you.
For some reason, I don't know how.
It rarely comes out.
Doesn't everyone have one of them? Not too bad. Isn't it like a law or something? Yay, gold.
That's my idea of the deck.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the way I imagined it.
Did you draw it?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Alright, I like to sketch. I like to do the things. Sketches are fun.
Oh, yeah.
What does it look like?
We're doing it more on the weight on it. Yeah.
That's a good one. It's not very daggery, though. It's more
If you ever need me doodles for the salmon veil guide, you let me know. I will pull the shit out of some fucking margin.
Yeah,
margin
if you
doodles.
want to do some sketches, I can throw it in there.
Hell yeah.
Draw the black sheep.
I've sketched all kinds of things during our adventures. I really have. I got a good sketch of the Brontosaurus blowing up that noble's house while Tilgar sneaks away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, so yeah, you find that on these two, and you have this bullywug that is chained to this altar, What do you want to? And he being a bullywug, he doesn't speak common. He's just croaking at you in bullywug.
Is he injured?
Yeah. He's got some cuts and bruises on him.
I will help him.
Okay.
I will shoot
Tell us
him
something you know.
with a wand of minor healing.
You're just, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I thought you were just stop
No!
there.
With a wand of minor healing.
My crossbow of healing. Hold on.
My dagger of healing.
Can I put a wand in the bolts of the crown?
I mean,
Well.
at that point, you just hit him with the bolt.
Yeah.
I'll
Trust me, you're gonna feel better in just a second.
And I'll set him free after healing him. That way he
Wait,
knows what
wait,
I'm gonna do.
Ask him. Ask him.
I
Ask
can't
him.
speak bully woggles.
But who can? Is anyone? You know.
Another bullywug. Yeah.
Right.
Who, when making their character, comes up, ooh, I should learn how to
We've
speak
been
bully."
befriending
Right.
the under guys, John. The
I'm gonna
underdogs,
learn to
you
speak
know?
Ankhead.
Yeah, isn't there some kind of like aquatic language or something?
Yeah, there's Aquan, but that's not what bullywugs speak. They actually speak bullywug. They have their own language.
That's more of an elemental thing.
I mean, if he was a thiefy sword, I might be able to just give him a wink and a nod and make some hand signals. All
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's probably that smart. I mean, of course, he's a walking toad, so.
I don't know.
We should just
Shoot him
sacrifice
with a
him
wand
now.
and set him free.
All right. You shoot him with the wand, and you cut his or undo the manacles or whatever, and he clearly doesn't speak the language, but he seems thankful that you have cut him free, and he kind of nods at you, and then slowly backs out of the room away from all the big fighter types,
Yep.
and goes up the stairs and leaves.
Anything good in here?
Nope, that was it.
So,
Well, it's a pretty cool dagger.
we had some Yuan-Ti that were sacrificing a bullywug.
Alright,
Yes.
we're supposed to go the other way then, I guess.
Let's go the other
And
way.
this room has no entrances except the one we came in,
Correct.
and it's unadorned. It's not like some. It does have the altar in it.
Yeah, it's got an altar, and there's these 4 pillars in here. But aside from that, even the pillars, compared to like basically directly above you guys, is the shrine to Dendar the Night Serpent, and
Yeah.
even that shrine seemed to have more of a snaky motif than it does down here in this room.
So this is more. Does it look like the stone is ancient, or is this, or is it just unadorned and common?
It's fairly unadorned, but you do get the sense that this room and this altar have been here for a while.
And I recall the ghost that led us to this trap door. What race and attire was he?
He was a human male, and he was wearing what appeared to be plate mail armor.
So this is a modern day
Right.
individual's ghost is haunting this area doesn't seem connected to him.
Right.
Maybe he died down here, but was not part of this area.
Correct.
Okay, let's continue on.
All right.
I'll take my bonus action to look for secret doors and all that stuff using my cool little
Okay.
ordinary secret door.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Hello, come on. 23.
Okay.
You find a bomb.
It's unusual that this room would have no entrances other than this one. But, yeah, because it's just, if you're going to do sacrifices in it, you do it at the end of a corridor.
Your hand's stuck in the table. Really bad. Put on the back.
The one, throw it in the fire.
scimitar. Was anyone keen on using that?
Anyone outworks anything?
Pretty sure there's one in the loot box.
Yeah.
If no one minds, I still just got a regular old non-magical melee weapon.
Yeah, you can have it. Yeah.
Anybody?
I think mine.
Anybody plus 2 scimitar? No?
I think the really cool
I got
thing
my
is
Shadow Blade spell. I feel like up to 5e8 a hit.
Is that scimitar a finesse weapon? Is that something I can have?
I'm pretty sure it's a finesse weapon.
I think rapiers are the
Oh,
ones
yeah,
that.
no, rapier.
That's the one you want. The scimitar is a good weapon, but I don't think it's really optimum for a thief.
Scimitar is more like a fancy short sword, I think.
Using a short sword.
Okay, so what'd you get on your investigation check?
23.
Yeah, you find that there is a 10-foot
Finesse weapon.
diameter pit trap
It does a 1d6.
in the floor.
Oh my gosh. I clear everybody off of the area that seems to be threatened, and then I crawl along the floor sniffing and licking at the stone to try to find out where this edges are and how it's activated.
Yeah, you find that there is a false top to it, and if more than 10 pounds of pressure is put on this top, it will fall in. It is a 20-foot drop, and there are spikes at the bottom.
I can survive that.
Any victims down there?
Oh, you see a number of skeletons down there.
Oh. Anybody want to go look, see if the skeletons had loot before
Yes.
they died?
Yeah. Lower me down.
I could just jump down there.
You can see down there that there's there isn't anything of value down there.
Okay.
Maybe there's a hidden door down there.
You see some old rusted weapons that aren't serviceable.
Okay.
You can use your thieves tools to wedge this trap or this false top shut and lock it in place.
So that we can cross safely.
Right.
So I'll disarm the mechanism that makes it pop down. And
Okay. Go ahead and make a thieves tools check.
cool. I actually have a proficiency in that. 25.
Nice. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, you're able to lock this trap door in place, and you guys can move over it. So in front of this trap, there is a door to your right, and then there's a hallway that leads to the west and to the south.
Well, which way does our Warforged companion think that we should go?
I don't know, yeah.
I'm only 1 year old.
3. Thank you very much.
I am 3 years old. Now, what does a Warforged diaper look like?
I don't know, considering we don't eat.
And then it probably is pretty minimal.
I don't think I'm proficient with scimitars.
All right. Well, then we will check the door. We will listen at the door,
Okay.
and
Simple weapons, long swords, rapiers.
that's a what? An investigation or perception?
It would be a perception check.
Perception, and I'll have Telfar listen as well. So with advantage, we get a 23. Listening at the door to see if there's bad guys on the other side.
Yeah, filthy.
And this time, if there's bad guys on the other side, we'll let Thomas kick open the door and charge in and take the fireball to the face. I mean,
Right.
Who's listening? You listening and I'm helping?
we're doing a help.
No. Who's
thing.
helping?
We're both doing it, so we got a 23.
Alright.
I just went with it.
So yeah, you hear a group inside, and they appear to be speaking in a mix of Draconic, Abyssal, and Common.
I can understand them.
Should I do an investigation check on the door for any traps?
Sure.
I can really understand them. Speak to them.
Alright guys, I don't see any traps. 4.
Well, it's clear, Shamish. You can
Looks
kick it-
clear.
You can kick it open and go in there full bore, because they're speaking abyssal. I'm sure that this is nothing
Is
that
the
we
door
want to
locked?
mess with here.
The door is not locked.
Yeah, I can speak. to
I'm
the
still
door,
gonna
yeah,
kick the
but-
door down.
Okay.
It's safe. You checked it out.
Yeah, it's safe. The door's not trapped, you know.
No?
As DM, I used to roll all those checks that they weren't supposed to know if they failed or not.
Right.
People hated that because you could say you don't think it's trapped. And
Yeah,
oh my
I-
God, they spent 30 minutes on a door that had nothing wrong with it.
Oh, right. I know. But I never got into the practice of hiding rules, or mostly because I always felt like, that's your character. I don't want to roll for you. You know what I mean?
Well, in the spirit of fun, that's one of those things where after a while, I think it actually detracted from the fun of the game.
Right.
There's always second guessing and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick that
Yep.
door open.
Like, it's not very realistic that you would always know that you failed, but it just wasn't fun.
Okay. So you kick open the door, and inside there are 5 Yuan-Ti Malisons. It looks like this is some kind of like a cafeteria. Basically a dining hall.
A mess.
It's a mess hall.
A bunch of office workers, and we have this insane paladin going berserk,
Yeah.
slaughtering the office workers.
As they're trying to get coffee. We always used to joke at DDO in Dungeons and Dragons Online because one of the first things you do is you break into this dragon cult's area, and you're just slaughtering all these priests. And it's like, this doesn't even seem fair. I mean, if you're like a barbarian and you get a two-handed axe, it's like, let's try to see it from their side. I don't know, man. We were just at church and this crazy guy just busted in and started killing everybody.
So how's Martha and the kids?
So yeah, 2 of these guys are the type 1 Malisons that have a human body, but their head is a snake. 2 of them are human heads and bodies, but they have snake arms. And the 5th one is a type 3 who he has a human head and upper body with a serpentine lower body instead of legs.
Well, you're leading the charge. We can roll an
If you have surprise, you can make an attack.
Which one of these guys are going?
Okay, so I'm gonna attack the one that's closest to me, the one that's
So this guy here.
Yeah.
Okay. He has a human body and a snake head. Go ahead and make your attack.
Just try to hit the snake parts for legal reasons.
How many were there total?
5.
5.
As long as all the sword wounds are on the snaky bits, we're okay.
$21.
21 hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a divine smite,
Okay.
a level 2 divine smite.
Okay.
And this one's carrying a tray with some mashed potatoes and
Coleslaw.
coleslaw. Hasn't quite got his Salisbury steak is like hovering in midair from the behind the line, and he's
He just got his cup of Keurig.
massacre at the Lubies for the snake people.
Welcome to Shoney's.
$36 damage.
Jeez. Oh, yeah.
That's not even the most I can do.
Okay.
Surprise
Initiative.
round? Was I supposed to roll?
Your next attack.
Yeah,
He's taking his surprise attack.
he charged right in, and we're gonna let him take all
These guys would have come out, but
Leroy Jenkins.
these guys would have come out when you were fighting the two purebloods, but they rolled like a 4 on their perception.
Oh, good. That's
Okay.
because
I'm gonna hit the same
Claiming
dude.
we
knock.
sneakily opened the door.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit the same guy.
Okay.
A 19.
That hits.
Yeah.
Now that we kicked the door open, everybody
gonna hit
within
him
100
normally,
feet
'cause-
knows we're here.
They know you're here.
Yeah, and nobody ever sees
15
you.
damage.
Okay. Yeah, you messed this guy up pretty good.
I didn't use the divine smite.
Just a floating ethereal crossbow spirit.
All right, everybody roll initiative. Everybody roll initiative for these
It's
guys.
not bad initiative this time. Alright.
Finally.
Shamish, what'd you get?
21.
Aaron has a 9.
Okay.
Aaron's gonna just let Shamish take these 5 out. He can do it.
Be gone unholy.
Narate.
Be gone unholy
17.
creature.
And Telfar.
18.
And Thrick.
19.
Or you have to pay taxes.
And Cancel.
6.
Wow. Brutal.
It's better than 5.
Let's hear. All right, Shamish, it is your initiative. What would you like to do?
Oh, I can see up here.
So the guy that you were whittling on is still up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit that something good.
Okay.
Roll them 20-sided dice.
Oh, God, yeah. Does a 17 by itself hit it?
It does.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I think he might die soon, so I'm just gonna. I'm not taking my chances. We'll hit him with a level 1 series, or yeah, branding smite,
Okay.
but no divine. $17.
Okay. So yeah, you swing your sword down and kill the first one. You want to attack another one?
Yeah,
This one here, or this one?
The one with the big axe.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have enough movement for that. Go ahead and make your attack. This is one of the ones with snake arms.
19.
That hits.
Okay, so I haven't hit this dude, so I'm gonna hit him with immediately a level 3 divine smite.
Okay.
Oh. $38 damage.
Jeez. Okay.
Swing, jump over him and hit for it.
Thrick, what would you like to do? Mr. Cody.
Alright, I'm just gonna. Gonna run over here, and I am gonna. If only I had fireball. That would be amazing. Don't want to.
I could probably take it.
Yeah, I know you could. That's not the issue. It's the issues that I don't have it. And then I'm just gonna be boring and cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. On the one that he just hit.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna cast it on.
18.
Wow, for once they pass.
All right. Telfar.
What is closest to me? A 4. Permission to return to the bench.